It's New Year's Day today. It's about 7 o'clock in the morning and I'm out here in the woods just looking for a few camping spots. It's not ideal conditions because obviously it's pitch black and it's spilling rain, so I brought a few bits of gear that I want to try out, and yeah, just couldn't wait to get back out in the woods. I had to do a little bit of bushwhacking to get down here, just a little bit, but it was definitely worth it. It's just stunning, it's absolutely stunning. I can't find a little camping spot right here, but I'm going to try and cross the river and just see if I can find somewhere close by that I can spend the night. So there's definitely a few spots here. I did get a wet foot coming across. It's actually a lot deeper than it looks. I had my tripod as, you know, testing the waters as I was going across, but really I should have brought a trekking pole with me. I have gaiters on and they managed to keep a lot of the water out, but yeah, just went a bit too deep. I did find a few little spots right beside the river just here in this little bit of pine forest, so I'm happy out. I have a little spot already. Well, I say already, I've been out here for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. I thought there's no point filming every little bit of the walk because, yeah, who wants to see that? I'm just trying to get out here. Oh, look at this. Oh, it's typical, isn't it? I made all that effort to cross the river and the best spots are on the other side. I had started way back up here and I saw the river meandering, but I couldn't see back this way. As you can see on this side, it's all kind of bracken and headers, an absolute nightmare to walk through. And on the other side, it's nice green grass, nice sloping sides down into the river. Don't think I need this anymore. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cross back over the river and just try and find a few spots on the other side, because I think I'm wasting my time on this side. As you can see, that's where I was down here. The other side is just a complete mess, and this side is, it's just sexy. I just found a lovely little spot. Just stumbled across it. Look at this waterfall down here. I could pop a tent just here, or there's a lovely little flat spot just back there for a little bivvy. I'm happy. This is exactly what I wanted to find this morning. Oh yeah, a nice little spot down by the river. There's a really nice flat spot just back up here, and it's nice and handy just to get down for a bit of water in the morning. I'm a really good distance away from any trails as well, so no one's going to know that I'm down here, which is, you know, it does help, you know, that you're not going to be heard or seen or anything like that. This is a little flat spot that I had in mind, but my only concern is that there's a big leaning tree. It is kind of sheltered by a few other little trees, so I don't know, I'll see on the night what I think. But yeah, definitely look out for any dead standing trees or, you know, big branches that are called widow makers. If they're really heavy, there's a chance that they might fall off in the night. I'm after finding a lovely little spot just behind me. It has a pretty decent view down into the river. This is the main reason that I wanted to make this little video, is to show you how to find camping spots. You know, getting out and rambling around the woods and you know, checking out the mountains and all that by yourself or with a friend or whatever, you're going to find some really nice little gems. They might not be picturesque and perfect, but they'll be your little gems that you can come back to. I wouldn't suggest coming out in the pitch black to start your hike, but I don't have a whole lot of time. And I knew roughly where I wanted to go. Just be safe and mind yourself. Don't be coming out in the dark like I am. It looks like someone got here before me. I have a little fire pit there behind me. It looks like someone made a little stool out of a log as well. Nice little spot though. Maybe we could share this one. I might see if there's an easier way to get back up to the trail from this spot, because if someone's been here before, it's likely that it's, you know, not too hard to get down to. I got a little tip with powdered milk. You pop the milk in first, add a little bit of cold water to make up a little paste, and that way it's not going to lump up when you put in the hot water. So thanks very much for that. Lovely little tip. I did say I'd try it the next time I was out. That came out perfect. Absolutely spot on. You might have noticed that I've got a new waterproof jacket on. This is a RAFFLE Gore-Tex jacket. I believe it's Rab's very first Gore-Tex jacket, and as far as I can tell, it's been discontinued by Rab. That really doesn't bother me. It's an absolutely stunning looking jacket. It feels amazing to wear. It's the most comfortable jacket I've ever had. Obviously it's Gore-Tex. I think it's a 70D nylon, so it's quite heavy duty, and yeah, it's been kind of abused a little bit this morning. I was trying to be careful going through the trees and all that, but it shrugged off any branches, and I don't see any marks on it. I'll inspect it when I get home though. But yeah, the last time I was out camping, I got absolutely soaked through, and that isn't the first time that that's happened. Yeah, I just thought, you know, if I'm going to be up in the mountains, out in the woods, and you know, out in weather like this, I need to be staying dry. The tops of my legs are getting wet, but these are quick drying trousers from Decathlon, and you know, as the rain has stopped and all that, they've dried off, so I'm not too worried about that. I do have Rab gaiters now as well. These are new. Don't even ask. They're absolutely savage. They're Gore-Tex. They feel really comfortable on my leg. These types of conditions, the bottom of your legs are going to get wet no matter what, and there's not a hope of them drying out, because you're going to be hitting brambles and grass and ferns and all sorts. They definitely helped me going through the river earlier on. You know, they kept the water out for long enough to get across. I only got one wet foot, a little bit of water got in, and you know, I'm quite happy with that because my foot was completely submerged. And yeah, I was actually quite surprised at how well they performed. They're not going to make your boots waterproof, I'm not saying that at all. They're just going to help to deflect the water for a little bit longer, just so you can get across the river. You know, just dip your foot in, wait for a few seconds and get across. Otherwise you're going to be skipping across the river and it'll be an absolute nightmare. If you want to find a few camping spots of your own, just check out Google Maps before you go. So just pick out a few spots, drop a few pins on them, and you know, just kind of reference them as you get out and about. If you get out there and it's an absolute mess, don't be disheartened, because it's very hard to tell off a map what the ground conditions are going to be like. You can get yourself a proper Ordnance Survey map, but even that's not going to tell you exactly what the conditions are going to be like. So, you know, go out, bring a stove with you, have a cup of tea, bring a little bit of food with you as well, because more than likely you're going to be out for a few hours, and just enjoy it. If you find a nice flat spot and you know that's safe, it's not under any dead standing trees or widowmakers. That's all you need. Another handy way to find a few spots is that when you're out hiking in the mountains, or you're out for a stroll in the woods, just check out little animal trails or whatever. Follow them in for a little while and see if you can find any little spots that aren't too far away from that trail. That way, you're going to be off the beaten track, the main footpaths and all that. And yeah, you might find a few little gems that way. If you're out in the mountains, keep your eyes open for any flat bits of ground. Anywhere that's going to be a nice little easy hike up, especially if you're only starting out. You don't want to make things too hard on yourself, Even if you're not just starting out, just keep it nice and easy. There's no need to be stressing over getting the nicest spots in the world. I do tend to do that because, I'm obviously doing videos and that, but I've grown to learn that it's just impossible to find the little gems. Those are gems for a reason. They're few and far between, so don't be worrying about that. All you need is a nice flat spot. Maybe a little bit of running water might be nice, so you don't have to worry about carrying in water. The most important part is that you're getting out and about. You're enjoying the outdoors, and it's an excuse to get out. You might as well get out for a little ramble. If you don't find any camping spots, at least you've had a cup of tea in the woods and a few hours of fresh air. It can do no harm, and it's a lovely way to spend a bit of time. I think I may get myself back to civilization, but thanks very much for all the support during 2022. I have absolutely loads of plans for 2023, so hopefully you'll stick with me. I hope that your new year is a good one, and I wish you all the very, very best throughout 2023. And yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. See ya.